Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Garrett Spencer. How's everybody doing? Wanted to make this video talking about on some of the games I remember owning back in the day on Sega Genesis. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that. So one of the games I remember owning is Crossfire. Now Crossfire, this was a good game. Crossfire, basically a helicopter shooter. You know, shooting different airplanes, and you could get different weapons for your helicopter, and you take on fighting big planes as the big bosses. And only thing I don't really too much about this game back then was me on the ground after the chopper lands, and then like you gotta shoot the enemies down on foot. That's the only part I don't remember doing. I just remembered being in the helicopter shooting different airplanes. But this is definitely a good game to get for. If you guys haven't played it, definitely get it. And this is also similar to some of the other, shooter games that some of the games on the Neo Geo and other games that was made on different systems. So Crossfire is definitely one of the games I got. I remember owning. Definitely remember getting this one. That's one. Number two I had is Gladiators. Now, Global Gladiators, I definitely remember having this back then on the Sega Genesis. And my dad first he rented this game for me. One of the games he rented for me was this game. Basically, McDonald's game. Me and my brothers, we used to play this game. We used to call it just the McDonald's game, but we never really understood the title. But Global Gladiators is definitely one we had. Like I said, my dad rented this game and had to take it back. Then eventually he bought it. Then I wound up owning it. This is actually a pretty decent game itself. Mick is the black kid, and Mick is the black kid, and then Mac is the white kid. And they both look similar to one another. And game a little bit of a scary game, kind of scary. Why? Because the thunder and the lightning on this game, and also you got to also be careful because when you're in Slime World, which is the first level, you got to definitely look down and be careful because you could fall into a whole big thing of running slime that you fall into, and you die once you fall into there. So most likely you probably drown in there, or could be poisoned, whatever. But yeah, watch out for the slime and all the other enemies, and then you got to collect enough of those little McDonald's symbols, a certain amount, and to get a certain score in order to pass the board. Then you'll see Ronald McDonald over there waving the flag saying you did it, so that's how you know you did it. But yeah, I definitely remember having this game back in the day, so this is definitely another good game to get. So that's number two. Number three. What I remember having, and I'm thinking back, Mortal Kombat 2. Now, Mortal Kombat 2, I also had this on the Super Nintendo as well. But I remember actually borrowing this. I remember actually borrowing this off of somebody, or they wanted to giving it to me. When I first seen this game, I was over this back when I was years ago when I was as a little boy playing, Sega Genesis, whatnot. I was over this lady's house that would babysit me once a while or so, and then upstairs in the room there were two kids playing Sega Genesis. This was one of the games they were playing. Now this Mortal Kombat 2 on the Sega Genesis is decent, but this is a good game, but especially on the Super Nintendo, an arcade version is probably better. But this one on the Genesis is decent. Gameplay is on put and everything. The blood, of course, blood's on it. You don't have to put in a cheat like you have to do on the first one. But yeah, I definitely remember having this game a long time ago. Probably wasn't too good at it, but I was into fighting games and fighting movies and all that. But this is definitely was definitely that game to get. So Mortal Kombat 2, that's number three. And four is Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2, I definitely had this game back then. Yeah, remember playing this on the Sega Genesis. You know, remembering some of the boards and some of the guys. You know, like my favorite fighter, Guile. My favorite fighter is Guile, of course. You know, when I seen Bison on the cover of this game, he looked kind of intimidating a long time ago when I was a kid. Yeah, just so look how big and strong he is, and also the way just the look on his face, so it's intimidating. And like the way he teleports behind you, you don't even see it coming. That was also intimidating. And I also remember playing this. I also remember seeing the arcade machine that used to be down the street years ago. In the 90s, down at this corner store that used to be down the street from my grandma's house, until they eventually tore it down and closed it down. But yeah, this was one of the games I seen inside the store. And then there was I believe it was like Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 next to it, but this was definitely the game I was looking at. Arcade version is probably a little better, but this game is actually pretty good. I remember having this game and I liked it. And yeah, Street Fighter 2. All right, another one. Another game I remember owning. Road Rash 2. Road Rash 2, man. Road Rash 2, I definitely remember having this game. Only difference with this one is just I had the taller cartridge of this game long time ago. I definitely remember, but this is actually a fun game. You know, racing, motorcycle racing. You can hit people off their bikes. You know, sometimes stealing bats and the chains off of somebody else. Hit them off their bikes. You know, do the same thing with the cops. Like I said, you could do the same thing with the cop. Only thing is, don't fall off your bike too much, because one, your bike will get wrecked and then you lose. And B, if you fall off the bike and you're running, trying to run back to it, be careful, because some of the guys will run you over. And 3, if you're running back to your bike and the cop runs up on you, it's game over. That's the end of the race. But this is a fun game. I definitely remember having this game back in the day. Like I said, this is just a shorter cartridge. I had the taller cartridge back then. So, Road Rash 2. Okay. Next other game is Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master. Now, Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master, definitely remember having this. Definitely own this game. One of the games my dad bought me. I seen him put it inside the Sega and turn it on. I was on pretty. I wasn't too good at this game. I was okay. I think I may have gotten stuck. I think I may have gotten stuck somewhere. No, actually I didn't. I think I remember getting to that certain level. I remember getting to I didn't get as far as in this game as I did now. But this is actually a good game that I found pretty decent as a kid. I remember all the boards, and I remember some of the boards I remember getting to, especially that surfboarding level, and then the one right after the surfing board level. I think that was probably like my favorite board. But this game is good. You could kick. He could get different weapons. He could get like different power up weapons. Throw swords at people, and some of the bosses are actually, not too bad to fight, but when you get to that ending level, it's tricky. It gets tricky, so. But Shinobi 3, I had this game back then, so that's one of the games I remember having. Okay, so next game is Miss PacMan. Miss PacMan, like I said, I like Miss PacMan for years. Had this game on the Sega Genesis. Played it for a little bit, and then eventually I think it just stopped working, because every time I put it in and turn it on, I guess it was broke or something was wrong with it. But this is one of the best versions of Miss PacMan. But probably the best version also is the arcade version, because the arcade version goes a lot faster, and and everything on there is like little updated. The graphics are the graphics are a little better. Well, kind of the same, but it just goes faster. and the music is like a little high quality, and like just just like an arcade, just like any other arcade machine. And like the music is actually sort of the same. Is like a sort of the same on on this version as well. So like I give them an A for effort for putting that on there, and also you can use the turbo boost on this game, the option of whether or not you want to use it or whether or not you don't want to use it. But I always put it on it because it makes her go faster. So yeah, Miss PacMan, I definitely had that, and also remember seeing the arcade version up the street at the corner store from my grandma's house too. The arcade machine looked nice when I first seen it, and then yeah, I said Miss PacMan is like the best game right there. So yeah. Okay, so next we have is Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Now, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I had owned this game a long time ago too. I think my dad first he rented this game, and then like eventually he bought it. But this is a fun game. One of the games me and my older brother used to play back in the day. Pretty good. This game is really good. Gameplay's on point. Really fun shooting zombies. Going behind closed doors. Going in like treasure chests and collecting like different items and different weapons and just keeping on collecting weapons. Like for instance, like the bazooka. My advice is like don't use it too much. I would save like just keep on saving the bazooka and like keep collecting the bazooka and just keep saving it as much as you can, because later on in the levels you're gonna need the bazooka. And probably especially like when it comes to some of the bosses that I've probably never gotten to yet, but so far like the furthest I've gotten to in this game was like probably like the 20th level in this game. It was like the 20th level, I believe. 20th, 21st, yeah. But that's the furthest I've gotten in this game, because the 20th level was a little tricky. You gotta fight these these monsters that crawls underneath the dirt that pops out and that might attack you. But one of them you gotta destroy because they have the silver key to get behind those big doors. So, but yeah, this is definitely a fun game. Zombies Ate My Neighbors, like probably one of the best zombie games you could play and get. So, and they also have a Super Nintendo version too. So, this is that game. So get it. I remember having this game. I had fun with it. Okay. Next game I owned also, Streets of Rage 2. Streets of Rage 2. I was just playing this like not too long ago. This is another game that me and my older brother was used to play a long time ago. Very fun game, good game. I like some of the fighters. Like Axel's like one of my best fighters, and I like Skate. Then I like Blaze, and Axel kind of reminds me of Ken off of Street Fighter, because his combos is good. Like on this game, pick up weapons and use them against your enemies. You could do special combos in this game, and you could actually hit your partner too, who you're playing with too. But you don't want to do that. But this is like one of the best Streets of Rage 2 you could get. Like Streets of Rage 1 was decent, but this one is obviously better. Like a little bit high quality. Good music. Good fighting. Good everything. So Streets of Rage 2. Yeah, I had this game back in the day too on the Sega Genesis too. So this is like one of the best games right here. Okay. Next game, of course. Last two games. Last but not least, Sonic 1. Sonic 1. Like this is my main game. My main game right here. Always has been. Always will be. But like the cover of the case of Sonic 1, like I said, it looks really nice. I like it. I actually find it to be a pretty good and decent game. The only thing you can't do on here, you just can't do the spin dash on here. It's a one-player game. I used to play, like I said, a lot of y'all know, of course, because you guys see me playing it in my streams and whatnot when I do Sega Genesis. But I used to play this game all the time, and I still do every time I play Sega. Whenever I play Sega, it's the first game I play before I play any other game. But yeah, like I said, good levels, decent game, pretty good gameplay. Like I said, I like it, and it's funny because sometimes some of the Sega Genesis, when you used to buy Sega Genesis, sometimes this might come in the box. Sonic 1 right here, but this is like one of my top Sonic games right here. I like it, So it's my main game right here every time I see it, So Sonic 1. Last game, Sonic 2. Sonic 2, of course, Sonic and Tails right there. Tails by his side. Every time I see this game, I always think of The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, the cartoon that used to come out back in the 90s. But Sonic 2 is also a really good game. Let's say you can do the spin dash on this game. One of the games that has the best special stage. The special stage in this game is better than the one in the first one. Tell you the truth. Everything in this game is on point. Good levels, good gameplay, good everything. They say if you could, two ways you can do it. A, you can complete all the special stages, get 7 emeralds, and then he can turn into the Super Sonic once he gets 50 rings or over. Or you could just put in a cheat for a Super Sonic. But this game is good. It's also longer than the first one. I ain't gonna lie to you. In between doing special stages and whatnot, and this has more levels too. So that's why it makes the game longer. This game is actually longer. So, but Sonic 2, I owned this game back then too. And like I said, I didn't beat this game till my 5th grade year, to tell you the truth. So it took me time. So. And then, of course, there's the Pseudo Sonic at the end before you fight Botnik's robot, which is the bad Sonic. Pseudo Sonic. Only difference is he's silver in this game, but then he's blue in the show The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and also he's blue in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, though. But I didn't own those games, though. So yeah. Okay, so so far those are like the only games I can remember owning for my Sega Genesis back then. I probably had more games, but I just can't remember what games I had. And some of them might have been just for rent, but other than that, that's the only games I can remember having back in the day. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So y'all know what to do. Leave y'all's comments and thoughts down below. Click that thumbs up. This is your boy Garrett Spencer. You guys take it easy, and I'll see you guys next time. And you guys have yourselves a good weekend and be safe. And remember, y'all, once a gamer, always a gamer. Keep on gaming, y'all.